And once you log in with your credentials, click on the Development Studio, and that will lead you to the project section. Here, I will be using the Salesforce and QuickBooks bidirectional project. All we have to do here is configure your connectors. So how DBSync work is, they will be a specific connector developed for the application that you're looking to integrate with. So here you need to verify both Salesforce and QuickBooks connector. For QuickBooks connector, we would be using the QuickBooks company file location path. So go to QuickBooks and press Function F2 button and copy the location path from there and paste the location path in the respective field and save it. Now download the .qbc file, which will add the application onto the web connector. And it's a pretty straightforward credential verification for Salesforce connector. So you would be entering your username and password and click verify. Here we see the process, inside which you will find a list of workflows. Workflows will contain one or more rules, which will in turn contain the list of mappings. Our standard template comes with 28 laid out workflows. Like you could see here, each workflow will have a toggle button next to it, which you can turn on or off depending on your business process. You will have complete control over what is being synced between the applications. For the desktop version of QuickBooks, we use the web connector to run all the sync process. Coming to the Salesforce side, here I have an account by name Rapid Recovery, and I've created an opportunity under that, which says DBSync Enterprise for QuickBooks. For me to go ahead and sync this opportunity as a transaction, I need to make sure at least one product is added. I have entered the product as DBSync Enterprise Edition, and I've mentioned the quantity and line description. Once you have installed the DBSync package, you will see the DBSync section on your Salesforce. You will see the generate field, which will act as a trigger point. Generate field is a trigger point which needs to be marked appropriately whenever you're running the sync. And you can select any transaction that you want to create in QuickBooks. I'm going to go ahead and use invoice. Now I will go ahead and run the sync through the web connector. Once the sync is completed, you can see the account and opportunity information created as customer and invoice transaction in QuickBooks. An opportunity will also be creating a job to which the transaction will be attached. If your business process does not require job creation, then we can go ahead and disable the same. So here you will see the line item coming in and invoice being created. Now I will go back to the Salesforce opportunity and refresh the page. As soon as the invoice is generated, you will be able to see the generate field changed to invoice updated, and also the QuickBooks ID coming over from QuickBooks to Salesforce. If there is any error while running the integration, it will reflect in the QuickBooks error field. You will also be able to see the invoice, the dollar amount, payments, and balance outstanding. If a payment is received on QuickBooks, that will be reflected on Salesforce under the receivables section once the sync is completed. So here, if I go back to the Salesforce page, and once I refresh the screen, you will see the payment being reflected over here. Also, we support multiple QuickBooks files, and you can have the functionality of scheduled invoices and PDF view of the invoice within QuickBooks. So that is it on the integration between Salesforce and QuickBooks. So like I already said, we can also integrate the same from QuickBooks to Salesforce. However, this is just an out-of-the-box template, like I mentioned earlier, but we could go ahead and customize a product based on your business process. Will DBSync create new accounts if it doesn't find the account name in QuickBooks? Yes, DBSync will create new account if there's no account of the same name. If there's an account with the same name, DBSync will just be updating it. Can DBSync push existing data from Salesforce to QuickBooks? Yes, data migration is required to push historical data from Salesforce to QuickBooks, or vice versa. It is an additional feature. So that is all the time that we have for the day. Once again, thank you for taking your time out. Thanks. Bye.